And if you would, please, you know the drill, name and address.
Yep.
Good to see you.
My name is Kathy Heltzer, and I live in Duluth, Minnesota. I come before you today as a spokesperson for the We Are Watching campaign. It's been nearly 3 years since we launched a community-based effort in response to the behavior of a number of commissioners that we found to not be especially representative of what the people of St. Louis County expect in their public officials. I must say that I am disappointed by Commissioner Fink's recent actions regarding an attempt to influence a particular part of the Natural Resources Omnibus Bill during the last legislative session. It is my understanding that the board prioritizes their legislative agenda and comes to some agreement with respect to what areas of legislation should actually be the focus in a particular year. So I have a couple questions. Was the board aware of Commissioner Fink's lobbying efforts pertaining to the slot limit policy for Fish Lake, a lake on which Commissioner Fink owns property, yet is in Commissioner Nelson's district? Was the board aware of the 2 letters that Commissioner Fink sent to Senator Chandri regarding this matter? Was the board aware that on both occasions, Commissioner Fink clearly identified himself as a St. Louis County Commissioner, and that his letter of May 12th was sent using letterhead from his office, leaving no doubt that his actions were in his capacity as a St. Louis County Commissioner versus that of a private citizen? Was the board aware that Commissioner Fink used his public office on behalf of his fishing buddies, a term that he himself used in his letter of April 1st to Senator Chandri? In their investigation into the conduct of Senator Chandri, the Senate Ethics Committee found that his behavior was, quote, threatening public confidence in the legislature, end quotes. Does this board not have the same concern with respect to public confidence in the St. Louis County Board of Commissioners? As one of its goals, the We Are Watching campaign seeks to ensure that commissioners operate in a manner that reflects the goodness of the people of St. Louis County, that commissioners are accountable, and that commissioners are fair, and that the actions of commissioners are just. We have sought openness and transparency, and this most recent conduct by Commissioner Fink is the latest in a series of actions that seems to demonstrate neither. We certainly hope that this behavior came as a surprise to the rest of the board, and we also hope that you're clearly going to take some action to indicate that this is not the norm in government. We have been impressed by some of the work that the commissioners have done in the last year, some of which has been under the leadership of Administrator Kevin Gray. We hope you're going to keep that up, and again, we hope this is not the norm in county government, and that you will give your colleague a clear message about that. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the board on items not on the agenda? Good morning.
Good morning.
If you could please identify yourself and your address.
My name is Anita Stesch, 2420 East 6th Street in Duluth. Chairman Rocker and County Board Commissioners. Last week I hope you received an email inviting you to a civility training workshop July 17th, which is a lovely Saturday in Duluth. The workshop presenters are the founders of the Institute for Civility in Government, which is a nonpartisan, nonprofit organization from Houston that's been addressing civility issues since 1998. Their visit is sponsored by the Pilgrim Congregational Church Social Justice Ministry, and we are thrilled to have them here in Duluth. And I wanted to be here today to first answer any questions you may have, and second, to emphasize the positive nature of this training. It's about listening and communication skills that can help achieve civility. It's about problem solving. And according to the literature, it's about transforming the culture of government from confrontations to cooperation, from the politics of power to the politics of purpose. This is for people who govern, as well as those who are governed, which covers just about everybody. This invitation has been issued to the Duluth City Council members and the school board members as well. Now, having said all that, I just have to say that it's a little bit intimidating inviting people to a workshop on civility training, because there are those who receive this information and read too much into it, like the invitation itself is coming with the assumption that the invitee really needs to work on their civility. That's not it. That is not it. That's not the message from the Institute, and that's certainly not the message from Pilgrim Congregational Church. This is just plain and simple, an opportunity for learning from professionals who can help us with strategies that will improve how we operate in Duluth and in St. Louis County. There is a cost to this, but there are some scholarships that are available for those who could not otherwise attend. I have some flyers that were an attachment to the email, and I don't know if anybody prefers hard copies, and I also don't know who I hand these to.
You can provide them to administration, and they will then see that we receive them.
And again, if I can answer any questions, you're certainly welcome.
Okay, do commissioners have any questions? Commissioner O'Neill and then Commissioner Sweeney.
Thank you, Chair Rocker. Anita, thanks for the invite, and I didn't take it as a sense that we needed civility training necessarily, but it looks like a great program. Unfortunately, as I wrote back to you, I will be at a wedding, but anyway, but thank you very much, and I'm glad Pilgrim and you are doing this.
Commissioner Sweeney.
Mine is a question of, I have the same problem, already plans made, but would there be any chance that this would be coming back sometime over the winter months? We have, like 3 days of summer in the Duluth area, and usually that falls around my birthday, which happens to be that weekend, and so we usually are gone. So I'm just wondering if there's any chance that you might consider, depending on the turnout you get this time and the enthusiasm for it. And there certainly is enthusiasm on my part that I would like to participate in something like that, but it's just not convenient for me.
I know it's asking for a very precious Saturday in the summertime. But you got to figure these people are from Houston, so
yeah, they have summer all the time.
Their summer is spent running from air conditioning building to air conditioning building. You don't know that this is what we do, is we go outside. But anyway.
They probably don't want to come to Duluth in November.
We'll do some training, some weather training with them after we do some early training.
Thank
but
you.
certainly, if depending on the workshop, the turnout, we would love to have them back again.
Okay, thank you.
They also have a book that they've written that has 10 rules that work about reclaiming civility in the public square. So if anyone's interested in that,
Yeah.
I can loan this to you after the workshop. And so thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Fink.
Mr. Chair, just a point that the 17th is in the middle of the National Association of Counties annual conference, for which this board tends to send a number of members. That Saturday is steering committee day, so those of us who sit on steering committees are likely not to be here either.
Thank you for that reminder. Other comments by commissioners? If not, are there any other citizens who wish to come forward at this time? As I stated, time will be permitted at such time a motion is on the floor for anyone who wishes input to a specific issue.